everybody contributing the way they do now?
Well, we've got a lot of these guys that have been with us for a long time, and they've been in games like this. And obviously, we've got the utmost respect for Nate and his staff and what he's done with this program in his time here. And it's going to be a difficult game if we could stay in it for as long as we could and knowing how explosive they can be. But Jemima Shaq and Santi and Josiah, guys that have been around for a long time, they've made a lot of plays, especially defensively. Josiah getting on the glass, and Z does what he does. But both teams had to deal with foul trouble early in the game. We wanted to try to go inside as much as we could, but they did a terrific job of warding that off. But our older guys were the ones that the guys who've been in these type of situations were the ones that really stayed in there with us and helped us at the end.
So then Mike Raj,
Rick, going off of that, do you feel like this win kind of displays what the program has been built on, those scrappy, hard-nosed, tough plays and not really flinching in adversity?
Well, we started to score, and we first half, that might be the most air balls I've seen us ever shoot in a half. But again, both teams were playing the hard side. They were, and both teams were battling. There was a lot of individual battles going on, and as I said, Nate's team was terrific and really hard to guard. But our older guys have been through a lot, and they talk about it, being in these tight games. And from my standpoint, being on the bench, at no point in time did you see them flinch. They just kept saying, we just got to stay in and keep grinding, and they did that. And again, I got to give all the credit to the players and really the older guys, because I thought they were terrific.
Rick, how pleased were you with the way the defense showed up in the final 14 minutes?
Well, and so many times, you guys have watched this a lot, they feed off Jemima Shaq. When he goes out there, we didn't want Z to have to guard Mark Sears all night long, and the Stratas, those guys were hard guards, and really to stay in front of them and working. But we needed everybody. We knew, again, they're capable of hitting those bolts of lightning where they can hit you with 2, 3, 4 threes in a row. And we wanted to try to stay away from that as much as we could. But defensively, we wanted to try to stay as aggressive as we could. And the biggest thing in the second half we just talked about, we've got to get a shot. The first half I thought we were over, probably excited, amped up a little bit. I don't see our guys miss, and they missed a couple shots really poorly. We don't want to do that, but the fact we only had 2 turnovers in the second half was huge too.
Coach, how crucial was it to survive that first half with Joe Missing until they put the on the bench and play business?
Well, coming in, with this group, we knew that there was a real possibility we would go with Joe at the 5 and Jemima, because those guys, since they've been here, they've guarded every spot on the floor, and we thought about coming in and we might get to that at some point in time. Didn't know when, didn't know it would be that early. We had worked hard, again, trying to go inside, but Nate knew that too. He had his team extremely well prepared for that, and even when we got it in there, they were knocking it loose and making some plays, and blocking some shots, and they were quick to the ball down there. We needed to be quickly to get rid of it, but the fact is, we thought about it at some point we might go with that line.
Auburn went on a big run the other night. Alabama goes on a big run tonight. What is it about this team that's been able to answer those runs in the second half of the big game?
Well, we tell our guys all the time it's a game of runs. We felt like we had a run left in us, and we felt like that, and we talk about it all the time. Basketball is going to be a game of runs when you're playing quality teams like we played. I mean, in this league, every night those teams that can go on. I think they finished the last 4 minutes on a 13-2 run. During that stretch, we shot 5 threes, and we shouldn't have. I mean, we were in a position to maybe get to the free throw line, but we settled some, and some of them, I can say they were open, but the fact is, give them credit because they called their way back in it, and again, we just feel like it's a game of runs, and like I said, we felt like we had one left in us, and we could stop it.
So Ryan West Page.
You feel like that was a concerted effort to try to get the ball in Bobby's hands before we lose it?
I'll say that again, sorry.
I feel like that was the most concerted effort for 40 straight weeks to get the ball in Bobby's hands.
Well, I think everybody's going to do that. When you see what he did the other night, but again, I don't want our guys standing around watching Dalton play. We call his number. We want him to do what he needs to do. You know, he was the one that said, "Hey, put me in a ball screen, let him double team me, let me get the ball to Jonas, and Jonas will make the play." I mean, he said, "I'm going to get it out of the double team." And the other night that worked for us. It worked again tonight because Jonas made some couple good reads out of there. And you know, the big three, I think Jemiah hit one and Josiah. And that was all, you know, like a hockey assist from Dalton. And then we did try to post him down on the baseline, and he made one really big play in the middle of the lane. Then he settled on a shot out there he shouldn't have taken. But we don't, you know, I mean, he obviously is a weapon, but he didn't have a particularly great night tonight. And we found a way to win. We found this year we won a lot of games where he didn't do what he did the other night. And it's like any player, if he gets bowling like that, we're going to, we've had Z like that sometimes. We play through the air with Santi or somebody, but we don't have to solely rely on him if we get everybody hitting on all cylinders and execute.
What's Jemiah been like to kind of coach and go through this season? I know he's had some moments where he's had games where he's played maybe 1 minute and a half here or there, and then some moments where he's back out there more. How's he dealt with that?
Well, like you would expect, you know, he's a team first player. He's a team first guy. He, you know, he's like I think most players. One, I love him to death because his toughness, his defense, what he's elite at. When he does what he's really good at, and tonight I thought offensively, I can almost say I thought he might have played his best game he's played since he's been in Tennessee because he did the things we wanted him to do. We told him, "You're open. We want you to shoot the ball." The three, he knows when he makes some great plays, driving the lane, creating traffic, getting them to suck in and kick it out. His defensive plays, I mean, he had a rebound, I think, and then he ran one down at half court, kept it alive. But he and Santi, Joe, their hands are elite. All three of those guys, and Zakai, actually, they have elite hands. But in some ways, I mean, I was watching him tonight, and I thought he was as locked in and played as close to what we needed to do as since he's been here. But he is defensively. It's hard to keep him off the floor when he's that smooth and knows what he needs to do in the offensive end. He's a real weapon for us.
Going on that with Jemiah, with about 6 minutes left, he made a three-pointer and gets the steal and gets a good save too. And how much did that sequence encompass Mike Hayes as a player?
A lot. I mean, he's like I used the term a minute about a bolt of lightning. He can do that to you because of what he can do with his defense. He can come up with some plays and rebounds. And, he runs down. He does. Honestly, we've already in sports before. He does all the dirty work. A lot of players, but it's a talent. Because not a lot of guys want to buy into that part of it, but he has an extreme talent there. He plays hard, has great cardio toughness, high level competitor, and he actually came up to me prior to the Texas A&M game. He said, because when we went there and lost, he played at the time we were really substituting he and Josiah at the forward, and he hadn't gone the big lineup. He said, "Coach, you've got to give me a chance to guard guards. You've got to give me a chance." And since that time, we have, and I told the coaches, what was I thinking, getting away from him doing that because he's elite at it, and he embraces it. But just proud of as a group, again, being in the huddle with tonight, hearing those guys coach each other and talk about what they need to do, and where they were really locked in and focused on an excellent team, an extremely hard team to beat.
Joe over here, then Noah in the back.
When you guys are alone in first, week left, how important is just that for you? The SEC regular season, especially in this year in the SEC?
Well, I've said many times that I think this league is the best it's ever been since the 9 years that I've been in it, and I don't know if anybody's had a tougher, closer schedule than we've had. Where it is what it is. I mean, it's the way it worked out, and but again, we got another week to go, and against two ranked teams, and I think every team we've played with has been ranked. Every team we played with now is going to be an NCAA team, and a team that can play deep into March. but we just try to keep our focus on what's at hand, not feel too good about anything, but, you know, again, I appreciate what they've done, but they know we're gonna get right back at it, and go to South Carolina where, again, if I had both national coaches, I'd give it to Lamont. I mean, it's amazing what he's done with this program, and one of the great turnarounds, but, we're not done, and, we'll see how it plays out.
I don't want to hold up Alabama's players, so last question will come from Caleb here.
What did you think about what Jordan Gainey did in that first half?
He was good. He kept us in it. Then I thought, you know, he got him a little amped up, and because again, he doesn't miss shots in the corners. He missed them, but when he was in there, again, we've got a team, and we can play. You guys mentioned that we can play a lot of different ways. And we got, I mean, we know we can put a team out there with Dalton and Josiah on the perimeter with two bigs. There's a lot of different, whatever it takes, that's what we'll do, and that's kind of been our thought process. Is whatever we've got confidence in our team and our bench, and we're going to use it.
Thanks, Coach. We'll have Tennessee players available outside of our locker room.